Hello everyone, Archana is here. Welcome to the 8th session of presentation in English. In today's session, let us learn the poem Money Madness written by D.H. Lawrence. About the poet David Herbert Richards Lawrence, known as D.H. Lawrence, is an English novelist, poet, playwright, essayist, literary critic and painter. His collected works represent an extended reflection upon the dehumanizing effects of modernity and industrialization. In them, Lawrence confronts issues relating to emotional health and vitality, spontaneity, and instinct. Warm up craze for money seems to have gripped the modern world. In today's world, people need money to have access to things. Without money, they are really lost and don't know what to do. Without money, they may end up on the streets. The rich are therefore admired for their wealth and prosperity, and the poor are hated for their poverty and adversity. But money has been the root, if not of all evil, of great misery to the human race. Money turns man insane. By dealing with the poem, let us know how the poet pleads for a society without money. Money madness is the poet's perception of materialistic world. He visualizes a moneyless society through this poem. Money Madness by Lawrence is a critical evolution of the rush after affluences that is visible all around us in this modern day world. Money has become a powerful player in societies of today and holds more importance than anything else in the modern day lifestyle. The poet, through his pen, has tried to exemplify this situation and present the social and moral degradation that such madness for a thing so materialistic renders. So, friends, let us deal with the poem. Money is our madness, our vast collective madness. And of course, if the multitude is mad, the individual carries his own grain of insanity around with him. So here the poet says that wherever we look, there is madness for money. In fact, money can be termed as a metaphor for the word madness. And this madness is not on small or individualistic levels. It is the madness of the multitude in numbers unimaginable and at levels incredible. And since the multitude as a whole is mad, so every person in this world carries his share of this madness, his share of this insane race after money. I doubt if any man living hands out a pawn note without a pang and a real tremor. If he hands out a 10-pound note, we quail. Money makes us quail. It has got us down. We grovel before it in strange terror. And no wonder, for money has a fearful, cruel power among men. So here the poet doubts that there exists a human in this world who hands out a pawn note to someone without feeling a pang at heart. Pang is pain. So here there are pain and fear every time an individual has to give 1 pound or 10 pounds away. Right? So we tremble from inside while giving away that note as if we have been robbed. money makes us kneel in front of itself. It makes us fearful, and a sense of apprehension and stress grips us as we try to overcome a loss as materialistic and small as 10 pounds. It has an exaggerating power to influence our life. So, money has a power to influence our life. So, here man's whole life is a struggle to make enough money to make bones meet. He knows that without money, he ceases to be an entity for others. But it is not money we are terrified of. It is the collective money madness of mankind. For mankind says with one voice, how much is he worth? Has he no money? Then let him eat dirt and go cold. But here the poet says, in the broader sense, it is not the money that we terrified of, but it is the madness that mankind shows for it. Mankind shows for money. The multitude madness that gives money such an undeserved status in the society of today. And from here arises the feeling that money is all that matters today. It means peace of body and of mind. Every time the society sees the man, no one cares for his moral values and behavior. All that decides his social status is that how much is he worth. If he has no money, then he well deserves all the guilt, criticism, and blame that comes with poverty. So let him go cold. It means that let him die, says the society. Society lets the man, one who is poor, to die. And if I have no money, they will give me a little bread, so I do not die, but they will make me eat dirt for it. I shall have to eat dirt. I shall have to eat dirt if I have no money. So the poet goes on to say that if one has no money, the world would give him little money, that is, only enough to perhaps buy a piece of bread. So, in the name of humanity. But even this small offering doesn't come for free. He has to eat dirt to get it. That is, eating dirt is suffering, insult, criticism, everything the poor man should hear, should listen from the society. So, suffering through pains unheard and criticism unparalleled. It is that I am afraid of, and that fear can become a delirium. It is fear of my money mad fellow man. We must have some money to save us from eating dirt, and this is wrong. So the poet says that it is this pitiful and inhumane situation that he is afraid of. He fears that such madness for money might result in the world going completely insane. Poet is afraid of man becomes so consumed by money. He forgets what else is important in this world than money. So it is this fear of money mad fellow men going into a state of delirium that resides within him. That resides within him. Delirium is disturbed state of mind, that is dreamy state. If we are to save ourselves from humiliations, criticism, guilt, and blames in this modern day world, we must have money because money parallels power. And the poet strongly criticizes such a morally and socially degraded state of the modern day society. Bread should be free, shelter should be free, fire should be free to all and anybody all over the world. We must regain our sanity about money before we start killing one another about it. It is one thing or the other. So, what happened here, man, is stressful, the matter of financial issues. Okay, so here the poet proclaims that bread, shelter, and fire. I'm repeating, bread, shelter, and fire should be free to anybody and everybody all over the world. This we must regain our sanity when it comes to money. We must regain our sanity when it comes to money. Sanity is nothing but mental normality. It is balance, reason, sense of wisdom for the money. We have to, there is nothing but ability to think and behave in a normal state, in a rational way. We must regain our sanity when it comes to money. We have to think normally when we speak about money. We must replace our madness with logic. Otherwise, soon enough, we will start killing one another for the sake of money. It is either one way or the other. So we should live for everybody, not for money. So instead of killing each other because of money, let us lead the rational life. So students, here we have winded up the poem. Let us conclude the poem. So Money Madness by D.H. Lawrence is a powerful argument against the weakness of money. Lawrence begins by saying that madness for money is collective. With this, he establishes the fact that the madness for money is widespread and is rampant. It is widespread and it is rampant. But Lawrence is quick to add that an individual is not absolved of guilt just because this madness is all pervasive. He has to admit to his own share of insanity because collective madness is possible only after individual madness comes into existence. Thus, the poet points out that money is a madness shared by everyone in the world. If the whole world is mad, then every single person carries the madness around him. The poet is afraid of society. If a man becomes so consumed by money, he forgets what else is important in this world. Financial issues are stressful. Often, society judges a man by his riches. If he is poor, then society expects him to eat dirt or beg for bread. Lawrence emphasizes that the world has become preoccupied with money and the ways in which one can possess wealth. It is madness to place such importance on money which can be lost in the blink of an eye, right? So people do not like to share their money. The larger the amount, the more painful it becomes to give it away. Man cowers before the god of wealth. Money can stress a person. The consumption of riches has power over man. It is the collective or shared wealth that is most frightening. The narrator hopes that if he has no money, mankind will give him bread so that he might live. But he also knows that along with bread, people will make him eat dirt. People will criticize him. People will humiliate him. People will make him to suffer. He knows that. So this fear of money-hungry fellow man can confuse a person. So to summarize his point, Lawrence says that people should not have to beg for food to eat. Food, shelter and fire should be free for everyone. So mankind must regain its composure concerning the financial aspect of life before we start killing one another over it. So the theme of the poem. What is the theme of the poem? The poem Money Madness shows us the picture of a world obsessed. It's obsessed, right? The world is obsessed with money. The poet has brought out a money-centered society wherein an individual is measured based upon one's money power. So he says that money madness is the vast collective madness. Each individual carries her or his share of insanity. So if one has to hand out a pawn note, one feels the pang, the pain, and to hand out a 10-pound note. So it is a real tremor. Money has made us slaves. It has a cruel power. Money has a cruel power. So the poet says that we are terrified of the collective madness. So the mankind measures an individual with money. If he has no money, he has to eat dirt and go cold. He has to suffer in this world and die. If we do not have money, they will give a little bread, as I have told you earlier, so that we do not die. Yes, it means that we have to suffer, at the same time we have to die, and at the same time the society will help us to live, and again the society itself will humiliate us by making us to live. So the poet is afraid of eating dirt without money. So it is this fear that can become a delirium. So the poet says that we must have some money to save us from eating dirt. So however, Lawrence comes up with a wish to live in a better society where bread, shelter and fire should be free to everyone all over the world. So we must come out of this money madness and regain our status, regain our mental status, that is stability, equality, right? That is sanity before we start killing one another. So the poem Money Madness is the reflection of human society that was transforming rapidly owing to industrialization. Nevertheless, the concern expressed by Lawrence is relevant in today's context also. Though it may not be possible to think of our life without money, the money madness holds its sway and it has created a situation of unfair competition, rivalry, and selflessness, and even selfishness. Home assignment. Answer the following questions in a paragraph. First question. Why does the poet describe money madness as our vast collective madness? Second question. How does the poet mean when he says money has got us down? And the third question. Why does the poet suggest that man has lost his sanity about money? Thank you, students.